PainPod.
The PainPod.
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 The PainPod.
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 The PainPod.
PainPod. PainPod.
The PainPod.
I would definitely recommend it to everybody. I think it's amazing. It's really worked for me, and I don't see why it wouldn't work for anybody else. So, yeah, I love it.
Hi, after years of rugby league and injuries, I've found the PainPod to be terrific for all problems that I've had from that, and I highly recommend people to use it.
Hi, my name's Emma from Versatility in Foster, and I use the PainPod. I've been using the PainPod for my lower back for the last 2 months, and in that time it's really helped. I use the PainPod every night for around 2 hours. In general, what I do in the afternoon, watching TV, dishes. If I miss a night, I can really tell. My back is excruciating. If you can get your hands on a PainPod, you definitely should.
G'day, I'm Mitchell Painter. I'm contesting the Australasian Superbike series on my ZX-10R Kawasaki. The PainPod come into my life. I've had a couple of serious crashes with my left shoulder. I've torn a couple of ligaments and it's become quite stiff and sore. I asked around and I got put onto the PainPod, and since then I've been using it on a regular basis. Whenever my shoulder gets stiff or sore, I'll put it on, and within 10-15 minutes I get movement back and it doesn't seem to hurt anymore. It's also helped with the recovery with training, because obviously with superbike racing we need to stay quite fit. So by using the PainPod, it's just basically another tool in training that I use. Just because I'm racing superbikes, it's not just customised for that. Like, you can use it for anything, not just on shoulders. You can use it for lower back pain, knee pain, calf pain, anything, any kind of injury. Even if you're a little bit tight, I use it on all areas of my body for any reason, and it always seems to be effective.
Yeah, I definitely recommend the PainPod. I mean, for serious athletes, or just for the average Joe, it's something that you can use for everything. So whether it's pre-workout activation or post-workout recovery, it's a great little tool to have, and recommend anyone to use it.
I use the PainPod when I travel overseas. In my profession, I have a lot of time sitting on a plane, and I use the PainPod to help with circulation, to prevent DVT, and help with the jet lag at the other end. I think the PainPod's a great product, and I recommend it to everyone out there who can get their hands on one to use it. It's helped me for sure in my travels, and it will help you too.
I wouldn't only recommend the PainPod to mixed martial artists, but to anyone. You know, it's great to have that alternative to pain rather than just taking anti-inflammatory medication or taking pain medication, which is quite harsh on your stomach and liver.
I tried the PainPod and it was good. In the beginning I was thinking that it will not work because I have a very, very bad pain. I need a hip replacement. I had 2 operations on my back. And once I tried it, I didn't even believe how it's working. And after that, I started to use it in the beginning every day. Then I need it now twice a week only, and that's enough, sometimes once a week.
My name's Anthony Sard. I'm racing a BMW S1000 in the Formula Extreme Championship in Formula Oz. I'm a plumber by trade, on the tools still. I suffer from bad knees and bad lower back, just repetitive injury, repetitive strain over the years. I get a lot of aches and pains, and find it hard to sleep at night. So I just found out about it through the boys. A few of the guys, Glenn Allerton, a few of the other guys, champions and that, they've all been, oh, you've got to try this PainPod, you've got to try this PainPod. So I got online and researched what it does and what kind of, how it works really, and what it does to the muscle and the joints. I got onto Rick from PainPod and I gave it a go, really. I honestly can't believe how quick the relief was. Literally, I could not walk. I couldn't go to work. I had about a week and a half off work. Within about 2 or 3 days, it just took that inflammation and...
How often do you use the PainPod now?
I don't have to use it as often anymore, which is good. I probably only really use it now when I can feel that after a hard week's work, if I feel my back starting to ache, I get onto it straight away. That, along with an ice pack every now and then, and I'm sweet. So realistically, I haven't had to use it on my knee for about 3 months, to tell you the truth. That's how much it's helped me. So I highly recommend the PainPod. You know, as soon as, when I knew the results straight away, when I saw the results, I had to get on Facebook and I shared it with everyone because it's like a hidden little treasure. You know, and especially doing this along with working hard, like labour and plumbing. Without something like that, all you can do is take anti-inflammatories and go see a chiro. This eliminates any of that. So I don't even go to the chiropractor anymore. My chiropractor uses something similar. So it's like having your own little clinic at home, you know, so highly, highly recommend it.
Since I've been pregnant, I've noticed that I'm getting a lot of leg cramps in the middle of the night and a bit of a sore back. So that's what I mainly use the PainPod for. It's generally on my legs and on the bottom of my back, and it works so well. It's amazing.
My wife also uses PainPod. She has a frozen left shoulder which gives her continual pain, and PainPod is a terrific asset to her for managing that pain.
Hi, I'm Glenn Allison, three-time Australian Superbike champion, and I ride for Team Yamaha Racing Australia. I came across the PainPod after I had a big accident on my bike at Phillip Island about 2 years ago, and came off the bike at about 270 k's an hour, and I injured my right knee. Subsequently, I had to have some knee surgery to replace a torn ligament. But during the healing process, I came across the PainPod, and it was really good because I could use it at home, I can use it anywhere, and throughout the recovery process, because I had to keep racing afterwards, within 10 days of the surgery I was racing, and I found that the PainPod was really good for my recovery and to reduce the inflammation and to get more flexibility in my knee joint. You know, it was great. We raced, like I said, 10 days after my surgery. I was able to get flexibility to ride the bike, which are extreme on our motorbikes. The lean angles that we get, and we put our knee on the ground. It's quite important to have that flexibility, and the PainPod allowed me to recover quicker and get back out on track. If I have any strains or aches, I always get it out and use it, and our racing, there's high demand on your body, so your forearms get really tight. After events, they call it arm pump. I use the PainPod to try and increase the circulation to get the lactic acid out of the muscles, so it's something that I always rely on just to keep me going at a race so that I'm at 100%. I recommend to all the people that I deal with, because I have a business outside of this that's involved with racing and I coach people as well, I always recommend that they have it as a backup. And it's also something that when you train and push your body away from the circuit for racing requirements, you're always going to have aches, you're always going to have pain if you push yourself really hard. And it's always good to have it there as a backup to, you know, you can just put it on. It's got its own self-time, and you put it on for 30 minutes. You can just sit there, watch TV, you know, of an afternoon, and it switches itself off when it's done, and it's just too easy. So I pretty much take it everywhere with me.
I also use the PainPod for my own personal use. You know, sitting in my office chair at work with it on my back, or on a hemi or on a sore knee. Also driving to work, I'll always use the PainPod. Travelling to work, just got it cranked up, doing its job. And also an elderly friend of mine who slipped on a skateboard just recently from the grandkids also has it now in working, and she said it's doing herself wonders on an injured back. So yeah, I highly recommend the PainPod.
My name's John Quixote. I'm a South Australian rider, former pre-mod champion in South Australia in the class called C20. I've been riding for a few years now. I'm 52 at the moment, and basically I love my sport. And to do that, sometimes, you know, you got to push your body to the limit, I would imagine. The PainPod was introduced to me by a friend, a fellow racer, I believe, and I decided to give it a go. I was just amazed, absolutely amazed with the results. You know, having suffered quite a few with back injuries and shoulder strains and so on, I've used the PainPod so many times to get me out of those predicaments, especially, you know, after a qualifying event on a Friday, and then Saturday you got a race and you're all cramped up. I've put the pads on, charged the unit up and gone. The following morning I wake up, geez, free as a bird, you know. Very impressed, exceptionally impressed. I've had quite a few lower back injuries, and sometimes the muscles tense up really bad, so I'll concentrate on lower back, just above the buttocks there. Other times when I'm feeling a little bit sluggish, I'll put it on the stomach muscle areas just to keep the muscle tone. At work, if I'm heavy day at work, you feel the pains in the shoulder or the aches. I put it around the shoulder areas. I've used it on my arms. I've used it on the backs of my legs. It's extremely versatile. I mean, there's a sheet in there and it can show you exactly what to do, what modes to try and use, the intensity, plug it in and play. That's it. It's so simple to use. I highly recommend it. You know, I'm 52 and I'm racing against, you know, 20-year-old gazelles. You know, and I'm still there. I'm still there with them. You know, next year, next month, I'm off to the UK to compete in the Manx TT, the race over in the Isle of Man, and I'm taking it with me. I'm taking it with me. That's how much I would recommend it, because it's there. It's such a useful tool. You know, and I use it like everything else in my toolbox. It's there for a purpose, and it serves its purpose. If it doesn't, it's not in there. It's that simple.
My name is Matt. I work at Copper Grind in Foster, and I've been using the PainPod for 4 to 5 months now. The one thing I really like about it is its simplicity to use and its effectiveness.